Yes, okay, here we go. Turn some of this music down. You guys got that in clean feed?
Oh, I need to actually connect.
Whoa, fuck. You were just waiting for that word.
Yep.
Thanks for the sub, Drake. God. I've always said, I'm going to change that, I'm going to change that, I'm going to change that.
You know you could turn those down.
Yeah, well, you guys wouldn't get such a kick out of scaring the living fuck
I know,
out of
right?
me.
We couldn't freaking make you pee a little.
Oh, shit. Hey, welcome back. It is Thursday night, and we are in the bikini. Oh, thank you, Benno. How many months is that for you?
8 for Venno, 4
Yep.
for me.
Let me flip back over here to chat.
Oops.
Not sure what that's about. That's something new. Thanks for the haha shrug something. I don't know. Haha holidays. Oh, it's the yeah. The Twitch subscription holiday thing. You get special emotes and stuff. So cool. Did you get yours, Drake?
I got a haha cat. Meow.
I got haha turtle dove.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I got a rock.
I got a rock, Charlie Brown. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and so I trust you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and everybody ended up in with a food coma. Jail.
No.
It was all right.
I'm tired of pooping. That's how I feel about Thanksgiving.
Well, just tell us how it is.
Exactly.
Tell us how you really feel, Bunny.
Dude,
just
like,
fine
no, but like,
doesn't
honestly, like, you know, like when you eat that much, right? It's like so many trips to the freaking bathroom. Especially if you, like, stagger it between all the meals and just like, we meet again, porcelain throne kind of situation. So.
Yeah, I completely get that. Okay, let's see. Reset. There we go. Reset the chips. Let's do all that stuff first. What do you say?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. All right, so get over here. Reset fate chip. Reset adventure card.
Ooh, one of each.
That's it. I'm getting 2 again.
2 adventure cards?
Yeah.
I see 1, 2,
I only
3,
got 1.
4. 4 of you guys have 2 cards.
I should only be getting 1. As far as I know, it should just be
What do you? Bunny's laughing
Bunny
like
getting
she did
2,
something.
Bunny and somebody else get 2.
I know,
Look at
right?
my first card, Marbanya.
Oh, she's reading.
Let's see. I have to look at.
Now, when they say discard pile, is that like any card we've ever had, or any of the cards that have been used this session?
I hope you get a chance to play that. I'm sorry, Wicked. What was that?
But my card, well, the first of my 2 cards says mentions a discard pile. I was wondering if that was any of the cards we've used so far, or
I have no idea. I've never seen a discard
any of the
pile.
cards we used this session.
It may, yeah. You know what? Let's just do that. Any of the cards you use this session. But I don't know how to go award an individual card.
Maybe right-click on their name? Oh, no.
I have no idea.
Let's see. Open mini sheet. No. Minimize. What's this? Hover over card. For
You might be able to access it via the library, the reference thing.
Library reference thing. What?
You open up the library and then select the adventure
Oh,
deck,
yeah.
and then it lists all the cards.
Oh my
I-
goodness, Benno, that would be too fucking easy.
I was just saying that you might be able to grab one of those and just drag it onto somebody's sheet.
Oh, there, adventure deck.
I think another one.
Okay.
You can practice that on me.
Yep, looks like I can do that. So keep a running tally of the cards that people played tonight. H.G. Willikers. In the event that you want to use one of them.
What
I
what
can only
exactly
use
is a
one
trait?
card, so the second one would be easier.
A trait is going to be like agility, smarts.
But it's on the trait tab with your skills, so that's different.
Oh, okay. Traits is just all of your. Basically, it's like the main page for 5e.
So it says instead of rolling, I automatically succeed on a trait roll with a single raise.
So that's going to be an attack, a skill, an attribute roll. It's pretty much anything. Because if you just roll like agility.
So when it's important, remind me I got that card.
What are you doing? Eating or something? You got your camera grayed out? Or did you forget about it?
No, I'm trying to be healthy and take my pills.
Oh,
I had to go get.
yeah. Okay, so let me find message of the day, and I'm going to read this. Since it's been a couple of weeks, anybody on a stream out there watching? Steven JS95 rooting for Bunny and Beaver. Awesome. Bunny and Beaver. Sounds like a show on TV, doesn't it? Sitcom.
Yeah.
It's late in college tomorrow. Where are you going to school at? Well, never mind. Never mind. There may be some freak out there going, oh, I know somebody's at school. Do something. Crush the colonizer. Let his blood wet the earth and sands. All right. Well, welcome, Stephen JS95. And again, Benno, Drake, thanks for the subs. So we're kind of just kicking off this Deadlands thing. We're in session 4, I believe. It may be actually 5 sessions with session 0, but hell, I can't. I'd have to take off my shoes to count that high.
Well, according to my journal,
After that
this
sawmill accident.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that's with the very first session that we played being session 0.
Yeah. So you got it session
got
3.
that
Let me change. So yeah, but because I started naming them over in Twitch already, we're gonna call this session 4. It's actually session 3 with a session 0, but hey, coders deal with that shit all the time. 1 is not the first number, 0 is the first number, but 0 is not a number. Well, it is.
I'm gonna start off at 100, just blow everyone's mind. This is session 102.
Yes.
You guys are level 1.
So anyway, let's see. Our posse was last headed west of Kansas City toward the railhead on the Kansas City Little Rock line. The Einhuser and Bruce Brewing Company in St. Louis has hired them to escort the first ever artificially refrigerated beer to Kansas City and on to Denver by boxcar. But due to a skirmish in the rail wars, the tracks were blown up near Lawrence, Kansas, and repairs were underway. But the head of security for the brewery, Mr. Sapaw, sent the posse ahead to ensure the work was completed without further incident. That night, our posse camped on the grass prairie and were set upon by a 9-foot-tall dog man. He killed 2 horses before the party was able to drive him away. And Bunny was upset with me last week. And Bunny, I apologize. I love you guys to death, all of you. You great people to play with, and I wouldn't want anybody to go away hurt. Do you guys all have the battle map on the prairie here?
No, I do.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask Bunny and everybody else just to humor an old man for a little bit. Just humor me for a little bit. But we left off, let's see, there was this dead horse. couple dead horses out here, and just so you guys got the visual.
Aw, they were cuddled up together.
Those look almost like mules, don't they?
Stop, that's not my mules.
And Antoine Louis Baillet did that artwork, so give credit to the artist. But anyway, so hope that wasn't too much for you, Bunny. Let's see. Everybody got that. Everybody got that. You got chips. You got cards. Paloma. Paloma runs over. She's looking at these horses. She's screaming like a crazy person. And
Wait, why are we assuming that I'm screaming?
well,
crying like a crazy person.
Yeah, crying or
Like, I
emotional.
understand this is a Wild West and we need some feminine, hysterics, but let's leave that to, like, I don't know, Timmons. Timmons will do a better job at that than.
Well,
than-
listen, if you guys are thirsty,
What are you talking about?
the horses do have probably half full bladders if you happen to be thirsty,
Yeah.
out of water.
Ew.
I can
I found the beer cart back there. I got a whole gallon of that shit.
I can say for myself, everyone knows I'm always thirsty.
Where's that disclaimer, J. Rob?
Hey, you fuckers, this is an adult stream. Don't be fucking around in here if you're under 18. Goddammit.
Yeah, Savage Worlds rules. Yes, Spencer. Wow, that's Stephen JS and Spencer 77, and I was actually thinking that, same person there for a second. Anyway, welcome to the stream. So with that, a couple dead horses. You guys shot this thing up pretty good. It limps off screaming, disappears off into the grass and stuff, and but you guys hear growling.
Hey, Marv, I
Mhm.
don't mean to interrupt you, but I'd like to remind you about the awesome rolls that myself and Jethro got on Occult to try to identify the beastie.
Did you roll some? As far as occult goes, I don't know. You guys have heard of lycanthropy before? Werewolves? Does it really seem like a werewolf? Let's see if I can't find.
I don't remember what I rolled.
Chicken, it was a chicken because we're in the spirit world.
We're in the spirit world.
You see the size of that chicken? It's like something from Akakak.
I'm her butterfly. So yeah, I don't know. So you're just not quite
Attack
sure.
from Mars. I think it's a devil because it had a name tag on. It
Yep.
Devil.
It says devil.
I really should have screenshotted those rolls.
But this is nothing that nothing you've ever seen in any literature on the occult or taboo and forbidden topics, which I guess taboo and forbidden is kind of saying the same damn thing, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, so as you're examining the dead horses, Paloma, it begins to snow, kind of lightly at first, then a little bit heavier, wet flakes, big wet flakes. But you
What the fuck?
But you hear rustling in the grass. Remember, it's November. What is it? November.
Oh,
It is
Come on.
November the 14th. Actually, it's probably the 15th. No, yeah, it's probably the 15th now because it's well, not quite. It's probably 10 at night. You guys hadn't bedded down yet. You were getting all toasty warm by the fire and getting sleepy, but then all this stuff happened.
well, the calendar still says it's 2 p.m.
Yeah, well, it's not 2 p.m. I'm just gonna fix that right now, Venom.
It's in the middle of the night, man. 2 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. on Thursday, 14th of November, and it's snowing on the plains, on the prairie.
What, does anyone mind if I have a piece of that horse meat?
What?
Oh,
Timmons,
Fine, I got small.
you start heading over to those horses with your big old Bowie knife pulled out on your side, and you guys hear it again, and it's time to draw cards. And how in the hell do you reset the rounds in this combat tracker?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Extra.
is there not? Is there like a menu button, or I don't know, like in Bobby has round?
Leave tracker, added tracker effects.
Does H.E. Willikers have to release his ready to action, or does it stay that way if you draw again?
Oh, he probably needs to take it.
You got an 8.
I didn't even realize I had one.
Well, we are going to do this.
Can we reload?
Deal to all. Now, what is this? Everybody's old cards are still up there. I don't know why it keeps those old cards.
Well, it's like signifying that was round 1, that was round 2, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's the discard pile.
All right, so Genthro, you guys all hear the growling again out on the prairie. Seems to be coming from the east, and then the south, then the north.
I'm gonna get by the 5 like them things.
Genthro's also gonna take up a position and finish reloading his gun. He knew it wasn't over.
Oh, who's that in the fire? Get the hell out of the fire! Man. You're setting your boots on fire. You're burning, man. Get the hell out of there.
That's not where I put him, but that's okay.
Everyone started moving. I grabbed you on accident, and somebody else moved me in there.
Gotcha.
Get out
You
of
gotta
the
hold shift.
I was kind of zoomed out.
Oh, I don't know if that works.
I don't know
if that works in
Deadlands. I don't even have that loaded, Drake, because there's so much that doesn't work. Little Beaver is always thirsty, just leaving that
I don't know
there.
if we can ask. Diablo Bob's not in chat, but he will be.
Last time I mentioned, I said, boy, I wish the Savage Worlds and Deadlands, Savage Worlds rule set in Fantasy Grounds would get a little bit more love, and Bobby comes back and he goes, working on it now. So, who knows? All right.
He's taking on a lot, and he I don't know how he does it, but whatever he does, he's good at it.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
I mentioned something one night, and he made it and fixed it and gave it to me. I'm like, oh, it was like an hour later. He was fixed it. He added it to his thing, and now it's part of it now.
Yeah, no shit. He's good.
Oh, the right click on the combat tracker, and he made an icon on there to roll initiative for whoever you right click on. So if you've got an NPC that you keep in the combat tracker all the time,
right.
It's a pain in the butt sometimes, like 2 or 3 of them to roll their initiative. So now
right.
you just right click and go roll initiative.
Oh,
right
no
click,
shit. Is that part of the
That's part of the
ultimate
one click?
One click, yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
So with that, we are at the top of the round.
Who's time at Genthro? Boy, you got me as going first. I don't want the bullet. Take the bullet.
Let me right up. There we go. There's Genthro, and round 1.
Genthro's like, I'm ready, and I got him ready.
Oh, he's ready to his action. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, how'd that jump? Why'd that jump like that? All right, Jeb.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go on hold 2.
Okay.
I think that might be a good time for me to reload my shotgun.
All right, you're reloading the shotgun.
I think that's all I can do, right?
I believe so. Break down like a shotgun.
I could probably move, but I considered moving towards the fire. And I start perceiving. I start looking. I start listening.
All right. Well,
trying to hear the shit.
Let's see, Paloma, you're still outside the. Oh, you haven't passed your turn yet. Sorry, Drake.
It's Paloma's turn. Bye.
So Paloma, you can hear it too. You can hear this thing is not left yet. It's still growling out in the tall grass.
Okay.
Seems like it's moving around you.
She is going. She's going to make like a really disapproving scoff noise, and she's going to move to. Oh. Okay, sorry. There we go. I was trying to get the perfect 6 pace down, and she's going to go ahead and drop the protection on all of us to do the additional armor.
We still have
Or
that on last time.
But doesn't it reset? Or
I'm
do
not
you
sure.
still have 3 rounds on it?
That's what the
Okay,
combat
okay.
tracker is showing.
We'll leave it. We'll
I
leave it
wasn't
at
sure
that.
because
Say
we
you did it.
stepped out of combat, so I wasn't sure
Excellent.
if it
You did a
dropped
good
off
job
based on the
again.
time.
Look at that. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll
I
we'll
feel
leave it
better.
at we'll leave it at 3 rounds, Paloma. So that way you don't have to burn any more of your magic or your power.
All right. And she'll just like kind of yell out into the darkness in Lakota, like, come at me, you pig. Is what she's gonna start like shouting into the darkness. She's like, bring back my horse.
What she said.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't understand what she said. Man, I should have said, eat Timmons. What she should have yelled.
Because it sounded mean. I
Hey,
didn't
Timmons.
understand it, but it sounded mean.
Get your belly full.
Yeah, I guess. And if she only moved, am I able to hold my actions if I only moved?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to hold.
You sure can. All right. HG.
You get out, Eureka, run over to his pack, again, digging through his things, putting things together. And then I'm going to use the power burrow
The what?
to dig into the ground.
The power
Burrow.
Okay.
I don't have it, but I took the feat that lets me use any of the ones I could, as long as it's under 3 power points once per session.
So you're you're over here, Genthro. Let's see. He's standing the other side of the fire of you, almost in eyesight. What does this look like, HG, when you do this? Burble? Does it look like some hocus pocus going on?
You just kind of throw random parts of anything that happens to be around together to make a machine that lasts for 1 casting. So yeah, it looks pretty ghetto, but he starts basically melting his way into the ground and...
Hey man, use this horse FEMA. That'll work. Here you go.
Actually got a raise so I can move at my full movement.
So you're moving underground, is that correct?
Yep, he just sunk into the ground. You see a little rabbit route.
So what do you like dive under like Bugs Bunny? Like
No, so he's like the better way to describe it is like he's building a real quick like a hodgepodge machine, and it's acting like an excavator almost, right? Does the power leave a hole behind you in this one or not?
Nope, I just sink in. Nothing can get to me.
so it looks like my grandfather got crazy with a tiller, and the thing just goes down in the ground.
Closes the ground before me.
Yeah, so what I envision is it looks like your grandfather got a hold of the tiller and busted into one of them Florida sinkholes and just fell. Yeah, swallowed him up.
Basically.
Now it looks like a mole moving around under the
You
ground.
just see a little lump of dirt kind of going. You can tell where I am, you just can't get to me. In reality. If you go after the ground, he sinks deeper. I can try to surprise a foe, which I'm assuming means you can tell where I am at all times. Unless I'm actively using stealth.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. HG? I guess not. Little Beaver.
Little Beaver's looking around to see if maybe he can see where these growls are coming from. If he sees a figure in the distance, in the shadows of night.
You hear the growling at this particular second. By the way, when you said, is there looks like there's still three rounds left on this one. Just think, it's only been about 12 seconds since the end of that battle when this started. Over from behind the horses again, right at this second, is where you hear that terrible, terrible bestial noise.
Okay. Do I know where everybody in the party is with that roll? Would I?
Yes, including HG, because he's not
Okay.
stealthing. You saw him sink in the ground, and then you seen this like mole trail or whatever you call those things, mole runs, kind of man-sized going underneath the ground. You're like, what the?
Okay. If I don't hear anything from the east at this point, because to me east is to the right, unless I'm wrong here.
No, that's right. You guys were
Okay.
actually traveling this direction. You're right off the railway, by the way. The railroad is the rail line's like just to the south of you.
Okay, I'm gonna move right over there. Since I've seen my shaman come back into the fold, I'm gonna hold my.
Okay.
And if you guys don't care, where is the hold action button? Because I haven't played this.
Combat tracker.
Bottom right.
Combat tracker on the bottom right.
Got it.
Like,
Thank you.
there you go.
I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. I've got it like right here. I don't know why that did that. Uh-oh. I think I just messed something up. Anyway, okay. Notice rolls from everybody except for Little Beaver. No, Little Beaver, go ahead and give me one too.
Damn.
Yep.
We all see it.
Jeb, Timmons, Little Beaver. You guys all see
this.
Little Beaver kind of move to the west towards the horses, where you could hear this thing's voice. And Little Beaver, Timmons, and Jeb, you guys hear a growl right behind you, coming from the east.
I'm going to interrupt.
Yep, he's moving your direction, and he's running right at you with like
Yeah,
fire.
I'm interrupting. I see this asshole coming right for me. I'm going to shoot him.
You missed.
Not with that, you're not.
Damn it.
You need to put a sight on the end of that thing.
And then I'm going to just move around to the other side of the fire, away from this thing. All right, and that will be it for my turn.
Where are you going, Sheriff?
Anybody else
There's
interrupting?
another one over there.
Anybody else interrupting?
What's
Actually, I
interrupting
said,
mean?
if you're on hold, you can interrupt right
Oh,
now
no,
and take
never
your
mind.
action.
No, okay, that's what I thought.
And the
Yeah,
ones
I
who
thought.
can do that was Jeb,
Little Beaver,
Timmons, and
Rogue.
Little Beaver, because you were the ones that noticed this thing running up behind you.
Yeah, but I wasn't on hold. So
Okay. So this thing runs right in here.
I think Paloma sees it too.
I would say everybody
So I
does it
didn't notice
this.
that my notice didn't go off.
Yeah.
sit, boy, sit.
2, 3, 4, 5. Timmons.
I told him to sit. Damn it.
This thing rakes at you with his claws, and he tries to get his claws into you and his teeth. That is...
Bad boy.
Is that? Yes, it is. That's right.
Bad dog.
Ew, that's not good.
Four wounds? Good lord.
yeah.
Can I burn a tip or something?
You can soak that if you want to.
Yeah, how do I soak it? What do I use? A white tip?
Take a white chip probably and drag it over onto your onto the combat tracker where the damage is.
Where the damage is? The 4 wounds right there?
Yeah.
Like that? Did that
Not
work?
Vigor, you soaked one of them, I think. Yes, you did.
Is it even? I have a question. Sorry.
Yes.
Is it possible to interrupt my hold to cast a spell?
If you haven't taken an action, yeah.
No, I haven't. I was wondering if I would even be able. Would I be able to heal Timon's wounds like instantly?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Sure, I would like to do so.
Because
I will.
he looks pretty bad. This thing grabs a hold of him, puts his, like, these huge claws. Doesn't look like dog claws at all. This thing, I don't know, it's just vicious. Sinks him right into his side and just rips his side open, and you see blood squirt out and some of his guts hanging out the side.
Hey, I think this might be an improvement, Timmons.
Those are my intestines. Don't step on them. I was trying to suck them up like spaghetti.
So it gets rid of 2 wounds because I got a raise.
Ooh.
I believe that's right.
I think so.
Let's see. Let me look at the cheat sheet I made here. Healing. Skill to remove. Each attempt requires 10 minutes per wound. Oh, that's healing. That's natural healing. Golden hour. Blah blah blah. I don't know about casting. I didn't spend any time reading up on casting.
From what I understand, yeah, you get a raise, you can heal 2.
Yeah. So you got him down to 1 wound. It should have been automatic. And
I don't think it does the healing automatic. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm looking at Timon's sheet, and it shows him shaken, but I don't see any wounds on him at all.
I have a -3. What does that mean? I thought I would.
Oh,
have 3
that's
wounds.
yeah, that's 3 wounds. So let me.
No, not 4. What the hell?
Yeah.
Trying to kill me?
Okay, you got 1 wound. All right.
So what is 1 wound? How many wounds can you have?
Once you're at 4, you're pretty much unconscious.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So.
And you might be bleeding out.
Yep. Okay.
Look at that. Why am I healing? Look, my guts are going back in. That's pretty nice.
And
now he bites me.
nope. Let's see. What is his? Give me just a moment here. Pace is 8. Okay. So it's 1, 2, and 6, 15, 9. So you guys get opportunity attacks, the 3 of you, Little Beaver, Timmons, and Jeb, as he runs off into the woods.
Can you still take attacks of opportunities with ranged weapons?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that. Let's
Well,
see.
it doesn't matter. I'm going to interrupt anyway.
He's interrupting anyway, so.
Yeah. So when he gets far enough away, I am going to chuck a arrow at his ass. So it doesn't matter.
Before he runs off, I'm going to try to hit him in the head. Oof, I miss.
You might want to wait for him to actually move it because you're going against his parry as opposed to his toughness. When you're in melee range with a ranged weapon in Savage Worlds, you go up against their parry as opposed to their toughness.
And it knows where you're at. That's what's weird. Because the other core rule sets don't. They don't know where you're at. I mean, it's cool. How?
Yes.
I don't know.
Combat Enhancer for 5e does it to an extent.
All right, so
liking and some other things.
So I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
What do I need to click on the combat tracker? Anything?
Right click on your name where you are in the combat tracker, and you should hit the little hand that says.
Okay.
Interrupt.
All right.
That's a hit.
Oh.
All right, so you see this arrow disappear into this thing's back, and it doesn't even slow it down. All right, Jynthro, you still have a held action. You can still see this thing as of right.
All right, then we're gonna take a shot at it.
A little to the left. A little to the left.
Is that your targets? I'm not targeting myself. Thank you very much.
No, don't push yourself.
Okay, this
Holy
good battle
crap.
music sucks. So we're gonna.
Oh, that's right. You got a Gatlin pistol.
Battle?
They shoot 3 rounds, right?
Uses 3 bullets, shoots 2. Technically, I get 2 chances to hit the creature.
One
Right, but it still fires. You go, pow, pow, pow. 2 of them. The other one's just a wild shot.
There we go. Okay, got the audio set where we need it to be, I think.
They must be fairly low. I
Yeah,
checked
I'm
at the
checking
500%.
feet.
We're
I'm
good.
at 100. Barely hear it, so.
Yeah, I got the volume masked
Okay.
up to 500 in order
Come on
to
up.
do it.
How's that?
It's probably a little bit more, maybe. All right, now it's probably good on the stream. I can turn it down on clean feed a little.
I can hear it comfortably at 300% now.
Well, it's better that than being too loud for you guys, where you're on like 1% and it's still too loud. But I gotta have more music. I mean, the music's just not loud enough.
Yeah, it might be a little loud in the stream. Sorry. Oh, it's still going off. Never mind. I'm confused.
Okay,
Hey,
hopefully that
Jynthro.
sounds good.
Hey,
What's up?
Jynthro. Right click on your yourself in the combat tracker and interrupt. Just so it removes the hold status. Yeah.
All right, did he get a card? I don't see a card for him.
Well, yeah.
You
Get a
you moved
card,
on to
I
the
get a
next.
card,
Solve
honey, honey.
Resolve it.
I was resolving my interrupt.
Yeah,
The card did,
Oh,
Yeah, he just moved on to the next round before you.
he didn't even resolve the damage that I dealt.
to the nobody has really hurt this thing yet.
He
Let's
got one
see.
wound. He's shaken.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Jynthro used his Gatlin pistol on him.
Didn't seem to do anything.
One was a crit and one was a regular hit. One gave the crit gave him one wound.
Oh, you hit him! You hit him. You
Yeah.
saw blood fly out. It didn't even slow him down.
Is this thing invincible or something?
So, who are we with? We're with Paloma. How did... I don't know what the hell's happened over here with the combat tracker.
Paloma's readied.
Yeah, she's on
Okay.
hold.
Or,
No, I
oh,
used it
sorry.
last time. I used it.
Then you
But
didn't
I just
clear
haven't
it.
had
You
my.
cleared
You
it,
didn't,
and it'd
yeah.
drop you. If you clear it, it'd drop you wherever your initiative is.
I'll have to deal you
Yeah.
a card if you clear it.
I think it probably
Yeah,
dealt her one
I'll clear it.
underneath.
That would have been laying up there on
I just
yeah,
forgot to click that button. Sorry.
there. Now you've been dealt a card. Okay. He ends up with he ends
This
up with a
bastard
bullet
gets you
anyway.
again.
Yep. And
With a bullet in his back.
with a bullet in his back. So he runs back in.
They coming back.
And with Jeb right in front of him. Hit with a raise.
Son of a bitch, stay away from me. Dang. Fuck!
Hit. Oh my god, hit his head.
Fuck me running.
This thing grabs a hold of your rib cage and begins pulling it apart and ripping you apart from the inside. And you are able to soak. Let's see, let me get down here to you, Jeb Hexman.
2 wounds, so that's
2.
4 wounds. I'm unconscious and possibly bleeding out. Oh, that didn't look good.
Roll on the injury table. Injury goes away in 24 hours when all rolls. A trait roll was a natural 1. So roll on the injury table. You got that table, Ben?
No.
Should be available.
I think he's gonna step on his nuts. He's gonna step on his nuts.
Yeah, roll on that table.
Yeah, I just had to find it.
It's a guts injury.
God damn.
Strength reduced to die type.
And this is just for 24 hours?
Yep. But right now, you are on the ground and bleeding, eyes closed. You guys, you don't know. You just saw him rip into his guts and grab a handful and jerk him out of his body onto the ground. And he will, where is it? He runs off that direction. Pull up.
Good
Okay.
Lord. That's a lot of shit right there.
He starts running. Let's see. Range. Smarts. 4. Distance is 8. So I'll go to here. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Entangled on him again. Because last time it didn't really work that well. However, I assume you'd have to use whatever he used the first time again. You know, like we're just seeing, we're just testing this out. Since it's only 2, it's worth testing. This is versus his agility. Though
Okay.
I'm going to want to can I spend a white chip to add a, what is it, D6 on it or something? Or is it just a flat?
That would be a
reroll?
red or a blue chip to add a
Okay,
D6
then I'll
roll.
just re-roll it.
Okay.
I'll re-roll. Using a white die, or a white chip. Unlucky. Okay.
Yeah, he just kind of grabs a handful of these briars and brambles that come up out of the grass and just rips them up with his hand as he continues to run on.
Okay, and then she's moving back to here, because she only moved 4 to get to here. She doesn't want to get touched like the other guy did.
Like Jeb.
Yeah.
Touched. He was touched
Jeb-
on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go.
It didn't feel so good.
And that's that.
The
Does the
skies are
red
growing
circle
dark.
symbolize anything?
That's the light from the fire.
Oh, okay.
Beyond that, it's full moonlight, so you can still see shapes and things beyond that, kind of moving every now and then, but he's very difficult to see right now. Other than you know the direction he ran off, so right now you guys got your eyes on him.
So we see him.
As of this second, you see him.
Oh.
Brutal, Steve and JS, brutal. So, Jinthro.
I'm gonna hold my action.
All right. Timmons, you remain shaken. You can take basic. You can move right now. You can try to hide someplace, but I mean, you are freaking out at this moment. Your heart's going 150 beats a minute.
You can use a fate chip to remove it.
I don't see where it says I'm shaken.
Right there next to wounds on your sheet, to the left.
On my sheet. Oh.
Yeah, it's brighter and whatnot. If you click it, it'll take it off and you can see.
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, shaken and a little blood splatter there next to it. Oh, that's kind of.
Who's to say? Touched in the inside.
Did you say I can try to stuff his guts back in or help him? Oh shit, he's gonna die.
You can. I believe you're gonna give me a medicine roll. I think it's medicine.
I ain't got no medicine. You're gonna die, motherfucker.
And
I want to shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, and
Can
if you're actually unskilled in if you're unskilled in medicine, then you're just gonna roll an unskilled check on him.
Yeah, can I just shoot the fucking devil dog in the back with the shotgun?
You can, yeah, with a shotgun. That's pretty good. Distance.
He's over there. Pow! Hey, watch for him yelp. Double barrel to this fucking dude. Bam!
That's a hit.
Ooh, I got him. I winged his ass. I got him. I scared him. He's running. Look at him. Somebody help this fool. He's bleeding out.
And you hit him. And you know you hit him right in the back. Doesn't seem to faze him. HG. Crawling around
Who
like
cooked dinner? Who cooked dinner? Somebody put something in my damn food.
I'm just gonna move up to here and hold my action.
Okay.
You look incapacitated.
I'm quite incapacitated. I'm not sure what the rules are for this. Do I roll a vigor or something?
It should have rolled automatically for you.
I've never been incapacitated with 4 wounds before, so.
It says he only got 3.
Well, I'm incapacitated, which requires a 4th. With 3 wounds, you're still in the fight and still able to fight.
Help clarifying shaken wound. Savage Worlds Reddit. Enemy does 3 damage first turn, 4 the next. It means the player has a wound. Any help with this great? That's not going to tell me anything.
You said I was
cheat
bleeding out,
sheet,
right?
Do what?
You said I was bleeding out, right?
I don't.
I don't think he said that.
Yeah, you're not bleeding out, but your guts are hanging out of you. Right
Okay.
at this moment. Let's see. I believe you can still use a fate chip to try to soak a wound off. Can you not?
I think that's only on the attack itself. Otherwise,
Yeah, you can't heal with
no,
fate
you
chips
can't
after
do
it's
it.
all.
Yep, you
over
can't do
done.
anything right now, Jeb. So other than hope somebody gets to you. Little Beaver.
Decisions.
You can still see the the hair on this thing's back as it starts to. You've got a split second here to get an arrow in him if you want, because he's heading off into the dark. Oh, hit with a ray.
Taking a shot.
And you see this arrow pass into him. And it seems to not slow him down a bit.
Damn, how many wounds is that now?
Little Beaver looks down at Jeb and says, White man, Little Beaver pray, Great Spirit, watch over you.
I think that's Little Beaver's way of saying you're fucked.
Little Beaver's going to backtrack a little bit.
All right, and we dealt some cards. I still have. Now, why does that not? Scott Genthro, you are on hold.
Yes.
Still.
I'm gonna keep it on hold. Yep.
HG.
Or something. I'm not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
Not within range.
You're gonna keep it on
Not
hold.
anyone. Oh no, I just released the hold to get a new card.
And you did. I
But
dealt
I'm
you a
not
new
actually
card.
using the action to do anything.
Okay. Okay. So Genthro's still on hold. That brings us to Little Beaver, round 3.
Same thing.
That's a hit. So you like take out one arrow
Boom.
and you see it bury right into his back, and he doesn't even miss a beat. And you're like, what the hell? And you stick one more into it, or you hit it. And this one kind of grazes him, but the one, you know, that first shot went right into him, didn't even slow him.
You can use a fate chip to re-roll damage.
I will do that. What do I drag the chip onto? His wounds or?
No,
just roll it,
drop
drag it onto the combat tracker, and then just roll your damage again.
No, no, drop it on the chat, not the.
I
combat.
mean the chat. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all right. That's worse.
Damn. Oh well.
Well, fuck that.
Jeb does nothing but bleed. We need to, after this game, Vino, let's look those rules up and let's make sure we're clear on that there's not like some death roll or something you're supposed to be rolling. HG. I'm not sure that you can see anything that's going on up top. You're underground, aren't you? Oh, Darren's not there. There he is. Yep. HG, your turn. Can you see anything when you're underground? Or are you buried?
Yep, I technically know where everything is, so that's why I kept giving him a periscope to use in the thing. In reality, it's magic, and I technically meld with the earth, so I can't like use it to excavate for myself or anything like that. I'm gonna dig a tunnel right up under Jeb here real quick. You see his ass sink into the ground, and then a large needle jammed right up in there.
Gonna jam a large needle right up in that ass, huh?
Little hop as I cast heal on him.
Was that a path scope up there? I've seen a path scope go up that thing. We should have the weird science.
Jed, that took a wound off of you.
What did? I wasn't paying attention.
He healed you with a needle that he stuck up your ass.
And dug
Oh,
right
what
up
the fuck?
underneath you.
Something poked out of the dirt and stuck you in the
You see it
ass.
just kind of like slump into the ground for a minute and then dink.
So you are no longer incapacitated, but you're laying on the ground, and you kind of look up like, what the hell's going on? and you look and you can see your intestines laying like on your shirt.
Oh, what a lovely picture.
But
Braddy,
at least
see
your eyes
hey,
are
what's
open.
up?
Anything else, HG?
I'm gonna continue moving so I'm not underneath anybody, and then. Oh, I had another. But yeah, that'll be it.
All right, I just lost Jeb.
Yeah, in Savage World, you really need to avoid putting tokens on top of other tokens. Weird things happen.
Yeah, because it's got Jeb Hexman marked as. Oh boy.
So I'm relatively certain that there is no dying death roll, but I'm looking for it because there is a golden hour in which you can save people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's like
Sorry.
if you get to somebody within and if you get to somebody within like 10 minutes or something like that of them being knocked out, then you can save them.
Healing
So-
at least one wound on an incapacitated patient removes that state and restores consciousness if he was knocked out. You are not bleeding
Yeah,
out, so
well-
that doesn't count. Yeah, Bunny, go ahead.
Well, are we? If we're still in, if we get out of combat, I can fix it for him right away.
If I can fix the token issue.
Can you just drag me back onto the map?
Yeah. Let me put HG here. He was continuing this way. And you were here.
No stack tokens.
That's still got.
Oh no!
What
there's two
the
of 'em.
hell?
Hold on. Chill.
Chill out, Marbanya, motherfucker.
Uh,
Hello, Bradius.
hey, what's up, Brad? You will probably have to grab my token from my character sheet and drag it back over onto the combat tracker for me. I tried that, but that doesn't do anything.
It's Jeb, but it's got my picture.
There it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so avoid
He's
that.
looking so good. He looked like you for a minute.
That's
Wow,
something
that
we
was-
definitely need to have Bobby look at. If he'll look at it, Diablo Bob, where are you at when you're needed, brother? Okay,
I mean, he's not watching?
not yet.
No.
I'm sure he'll come skating in here.
Kids aren't in the bed yet.
Yeah, he's got his hands full. He's got his kids and his. Oh, wait a minute. His Bobby's down.
Filling out.
He's picking up his sister in Alabama, isn't he?
I spoke to him a little bit ago. Alabama.
Going back to Greenbow, Alabama.
My mama should have got me good.
Okay, so why do I get that open for?
Mm.
Okay. There we go. And the Marshal never got any chips, but it's irrelevant at this point. We'll figure that out later. Okay. So, Dogman. Dogman does this. But the Marshal will use a chip and re-roll that, but I gotta get chips first. Award random chip. There's, what, 6 of you guys?
I think so. No. There's just 4 of us.
Yeah.
Did the incapacitated count?
I'm not incapacitated anymore.
Alright, so
You were when the chips were going out.
So he's gonna roll that stealthy. Oh, he sucks at it. He sucks at it. But so I need notice rolls from everybody. Jeb, you're gonna make yours at -2 because you're prone on the ground. He's in the tall grass in the dark.
You do realize that I'm already going to be at a -3.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you still want it at -2, or does it really matter?
Wow.
Timmons has got his eyes kind of closed because of the guts hanging out in front of him. He's a little grossed out. So he's like, I'm not looking.
You guys all lose track of him. I think. Oh, does the tie go to the runner?
Jim's got a 0. The success goes to the runner. So yes, a 4 would make it.
Yep.
If that's what you're asking.
I think Timmons and HG would see it as well as Beaver.
Yeah, he's wondering the 3 versus 3.
Yeah, it's
is it a 3 versus a 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a
Beaver at the
3.
3.
Well,
So
I
you
don't
guys
know
can all
it.
still see him at this point as he comes running back in here.
He comes back. Oh shit.
But he doesn't see HG yet. Anyway, so who we got here? Oh, right up front. Holy shit. Paloma. I'm so sorry, dear.
Look out, squad girl.
Oh. Now, how's that a hit with a raise?
I am unsure.
Because it's 11 to her 6 parry. It's 4 over her parry.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that,
4 over. Okay.
Oh, right. I remember. And I was saying, you know what? We should buff the... Never mind. And you're like, no, that's shit.
What?
Oh.
What I was saying for the protection spell.
Would you like
Well, no,
to try to soak
what
one of
else?
those 2 wounds, Paloma?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I was just saying that it was already on us.
No. I'm saying when I was trying to pick between toughness
Oh.
and the other option. I'm saying. Let's see.
It was a
And-
resounding toughness. I remember that. I don't.
Oh, that's on my...
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that
well,
does.
these things hit like freight trains.
Do you want to try to re-roll that, or...
No. Because I'm not using this red chip here that you seem that you're eyeing. Actually, you know what I could do?
If you use it as a regular white chip, it doesn't.
No, that's not what I said. Do I have any indication that this dogman can understand us?
No. No, not
Okay.
really. Other than just snarling and growling and foam coming out of his jowls.
Unlucky. Okay, it's fine.
But you can try to talk to it, I mean... But you have no indication that it can understand.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. No, because this card requires that he would be able to. That's why I had to ask first.
Oh, okay.
Or else you can't play it.
I mean, dogs can understand, but does this guy? I don't know. Yeah. All right. Timmons, shaken status has been removed. So you're no longer
I run.
shaken.
I fucking run. I'm like, run, motherfuckers, get out of here! How far can I run? Oh, I probably got to go around the fire though. No, screw that. I just hop over it. What's is that? Wait, where's my move run at? Main?
I think you can roll pace to get additional movement, right?
Yeah.
My
Roll a
pace
pace
is
roll.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pace roll.
Your pace is 5, so you would have been here because that was 6. Okay. Pace roll, that gives you a total of 7, so you got
Okay.
2 more.
I go running off into the darkness.
Run,
Get back to the train! Get back to the train!
All right.
That's all I can do? Or can I shoot as I'm running?
You can
Paloma's-
shoot, but you got a shotgun and a bunch of people in front of you.
Well, so I'll put my shotgun away and draw out my pistol.
All right. Well, this thing's 9 feet tall, so it's standing about 4 feet over Paloma's head.
Well, I can't do all that, can I? Run, draw, put away, draw, and shoot.
If you shoot, you can shoot, but it would be at a -2.
Yeah.
Because it's technically
I'll take the -2. So just put -2 down here.
There you go. Yeah,
It's
just
just a damn bullet. It's just a bullet. All right, I miss.
that's
and
a
I'm
miss.
done.
You forgot to take your wounds, didn't you?
Huh?
You forgot to take into consideration your wounds.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you got
Every
one.
wound you have is a negative.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't care. I was still shooting. I could have had a -20. I still would have shot. Damn it.
Yeah, this
Somebody
thing
shoots
is
a
bloody
Colt Dragoon
terrifying.
at you and you keep coming, it makes me run faster, motherfuckers. That's all it does. If you're doing a 44 with somebody and they keep coming, you just keep on running.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this. I have to do this right here. Let's see. How do we?
I think Roy's just gonna play dead. I mean, not Roy. Jeb.
What are you, Quigley down under now? Calling yourself Roy?
Well, Roy.
Roy is my Savage Worlds character in on Sunday.
Now, Roy, you know I took good care of that kid.
Hey, remember? Hey, this thing wasn't even Roy, it's Quigley.
There you go, Timmons. To give you another fate chip back for that. I say, I run, motherfucker. Okay, Paloma.
Oh, thank you.
This thing just grabbed a hold of you and raked a big old spot down the side, outside of your arm. Hurt like hell.
All right.
Roy would insta-kill that dog, man.
She is very upset.
She's very upset.
And I'm going to do 2 different actions. First of which would be...
First thing on the shit, then you're gonna kill us.
Excuse you. She's gonna heal herself and then she's gonna stab him.
Wait,
Two
she's gonna
actions?
kill herself?
Okay, so you'll be at,
Going
Heal.
to heal herself and also stab him.
yeah, you'll be at -2 for taking 2 actions, and you already have
Yep.
negative penalties for wounds. So, okay,
No, but if she heals herself, then she doesn't have to take
there you
the
go.
next.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, that's
By the
what I'm
way, since you're doing a double action, you see down near the modifier thing.
Yeah, I already clicked it. Yep.
Okay. I didn't know if we talked about the 1 action, 2 action.
We mentioned it last week or last time.
Oh, that was pretty nice.
Oh, but with the negatives.
With the yeah.
Unlikely.
Does not take a wound off.
And I hate to say it, but I think she also gets backlash.
For failing, no. Only if I
Trait.
roll a 1
Trait.
on my actual trait. Oh, okay. Did it say that?
Yeah, trait roll was a nat 1.
That was changed in Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. It should only be if you roll Snake Eyes.
Well, I'm just
Power
checking because I think
specifically.
for tribal you
So-
don't have that.
Yeah,
You
unless it's very specific in the power itself
it does.
or her stuff.
Yeah, for
Oh, just-
Deadlands, I think it is a thing when you roll a
It
nat
is
1.
for Deadlands, but I don't know if shamans have it. I know you do for the other one, but I don't know. Oh wait! I can also I get to ignore penalties up to 2, I think, for this. Hang on 1 sec, I'll check. Because of my old ways, because I have old ways. But 1 sec, let me check this real quick. So it's a 1 on your medicine die. Okay, so it says on the medicine die, not the trait die. So it was a 1 on my trait die. Okay. It says that I get a level of fatigue. And I need to go do some praying and stuff like that is what it says. And then let me double check my hindrance real quick. Oh, I forgot that this is the one, because this is what I had my character notes on that got wiped, because I get some sort of clear for my negatives by having the old ways perk, and that's what you get it for in the first place. But anyway, it's fine. I'll just take a fail. Since I picked 2 actions anyway, I can just try again. Right, and just spend my, because I already did 2 actions. Yeah?
You mean spend a fate chip on one of them and
No,
reroll?
because I said I was doing 2 actions to begin with, right? So
Yes.
I haven't done my second action, so I can just try again with that one? Or do I have to specifically do...
I believe you have to declare what you're going to do and then do it. So if you don't, I'm not sure how that works. Jethro,
when
you got
when
Wicked.
you take them, yeah, when you take multiple actions, you have to say what the actions are going to be.
Okay, so then I do have to actually stab. I can't just swap to just trying
I
again.
think there is something over here. If you look at the quick reference guide that I put together, there's something on actions on multiple actions, and if you cannot do the second one, it doesn't matter anyway. Your intention was still to do the second action, so the answer would be no. You were going to heal and stab.
No, I was just asking. Yeah, so I was just asking, do I have to still stab as my second?
Yes, or lose that
so I was just
action.
asking. No, it's fine.
Yeah, you've already
declared. But that's still a miss.
But at least I didn't hurt myself.
Yes.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, do we have anybody on hold? We do. Genthro,
Yes.
You're on hold. Resolve it or... Okay.
We're gonna shoot him.
Oh.
Come here. Character sheet. There we go.
Then Genthro got a Joker. Nice.
Yeah, but he's going to get another action first because he said he was going to shoot. He was going to use his action, so...
Well, just be sure to -2 if it was technically the hold action.
That is a miss. But it's giving him the Joker bonus. Huh.
Yeah.
The first one was a hit.
Yeah, the first one was just a regular hit, but it rolled it with the grit, the extra.
Yeah, with the Joker bonus. But it doesn't matter because your damage seems to do nothing to this guy.
He's shaking. At least that's what it says.
I think the combat tracker just lying motherfucker. That's what.
Yeah, he just shook it right off. Is what happened.
And then Genthro gets to take his Joker action.
Yes. Now it's his turn to do what he needs.
So now Genthro's gonna sheath his gun, understand what's happening, and he's just going to kneel down in the ground.
Okay. Yeah, you guys both had good occult rolls last session. So with this, yeah, you're pretty sure. Okay, so where are we at then? That was Genthro. So we're at the Dogman then. And the Dogman's going to take 2 actions. And to Paloma. That is a hit.
What? Oh. Cool.
So this thing gets a... Oh, shit.
Oof!
This thing right in front of your eyes as you're trying to stand up on the ground holding your guts in, Jeb. You see this thing run up out of the darkness and grab a hold of Paloma and just rip her throat open. We're going to need her to roll on the injuries.
I'm already dead. Am I?
She can soak it.
You can try to soak that.
I mean, I've already got 6 total wounds that I have now.
Yeah, well, the 4 that he just did, you can try to soak those.
Oh man, just let me die. Fuck you.
I mean, if you don't want to soak, you don't have to.
Well, I mean, I only have red chips left, so can I even soak with those?
Yeah, you can use it as a white chip, and he doesn't get any benefit from it. Only time that he pulls a chip is when you use it as a D6, as an extra D6.
Yeah, I don't think I can roll enough soaks to get
it would have to explode. You would need.
Oh.
No,
20?
but my point is, I don't think I can heal enough wounds to not be past the point since I'm at 6, right? I would have to soak 3.
Roll on that table, Bunny.
Shouldn't the soak come before the injury table, though?
She did soak it.
She did.
Oh.
Yep. Your
But
hero
it failed.
catches 1 in the core. You did. You failed it. It's a
No,
guts
but I'm
injury.
saying I'm at 6 wounds.
Your strength is
point.
reduced a die type, and it says it's a permanent. You did what now, Bunny? I'm sorry. I see.
I'm saying that I'm already past the amount of wounds. Even though it's only showing me at 3 right now, I'm far past that, though.
Yeah.
You're incapacitated. You're knocked out.
I'm just going to put you at 4 so it shows it. And you also, he ripped from your throat right down through your right down through your chest and into your stomach cavity, and you also have like organs hanging out as you fall to your knees and roll over on your back, and you're looking up at this starry sky, listening to this growl go around you as the lights begin to fade. And his second action. Now I click 2 actions, so it automatically does the penalties, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Jet, he misses.
Oh, thank goodness.
And he is going to, let's see, let me get a. He is going to run off into the darkness again, and you have an opportunity attack, an op attack against him.
I would if I had a melee weapon.
That's right, you don't, do you? Okay. So he received Paloma on the ground. HG.
I'm gonna go burrow over this way to try to hide by the horses.
Are you above ground now?
No.
Okay.
I've got this round and one more action. I'm gonna hold my turn.
Okay. You're on hold. Timon, you've lost track of this. You've lost sight of this thing now.
That's just fine, because I'm fucking running.
I'm fucking running.
He's like, fuck this noise, I'm out of here.
I'm pacing. Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. So that's off the map. So I'm 5 off the map.
What?
No, you moved
Well, I
10.
can't run.
You moved?
I can't run off the map.
You didn't?
I know, but you only had a movement of 10 with the run.
Oh, I didn't see the rest of the map. I'm sorry.
I didn't think you did. I thought, well, he don't see the map. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else, Timon?
I'm going there. Sorry, I didn't see the rest of the map. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Wait, I can shoot at his ass, right? I can't see him.
You can't see him.
I just shoot.
You just shoot into the darkness.
I shoot in that general direction.
Paloma dies from blood loss.
Apparently, she was bleeding out.
Little beaver.
No, dude. How would I not be bleeding out at 6 wounds? Like, what?
Good point. Good point. It was nice knowing you.
Oh, I gotta burn a couple ammos.
Wait, shit. Would I have seen him? Sorry. Jump the gun.
Do what now?
Would he have seen him?
Can you see him?
Yeah, because
You're gonna have to give me a notice roll.
That's
and
fine.
I need you to hit a 6 to be able to see him. Nope. You've lost sight of him.
You just missed him.
Okay.
But
Then
Paloma, who is your charge, is on the ground, and she looks like she has been ripped to pieces.
She did.
Her and Jeb are both holding their guts, but she's not moving anymore, and he's trying to get up onto his feet.
I'd see that with a 5, right?
Oh, you can see them. Yeah, you can see them right here in the firelight.
All right. Then I'm gonna. That bow shot would have taken. I'm gonna go and check her shit because I don't know what's going on.
Do you have medicine skill? Doesn't matter. You look down. Her eyes are glassed over. You've seen dead people before. Zidane, thanks for the follow. Team Paloma, Bunny, you've got your cheerleading section has showed up here, so maybe they can do something for you. I don't know.
Y'all's cheering sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
Shaken status removed on Jeb. Oh, who else? Scamus. Firebrand. It was chopped off. It said Firebra. I'm like, Firebra? That'd be uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Thank you for the follow.
That's a hot ass bra.
That's a hot bra. Okay, Jeb, you are no longer shaken. But
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
how.
gonna-
You got 3 wounds, but I guess it's okay. Anyway.
I'm gonna play dead. Since I don't have performance or anything of the like, I'm just gonna do unskilled, and so this is gonna suck.
Okay. Well, you're trying to play dead, but you're in so much pain that your legs are twitching and shit. It's like you've got no control over your nerves. Maybe he got into the spinal column with those claws, you don't know. Some combatants are on hold, H.G. Willikers and Little Beaver. Do you want to interrupt?
Well, yeah, I'll just use it.
Okay, you're close enough, you can probably still see him in the moonlight.
Do you want to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
What was
No,
that
I'm
from?
dying in the moonlight.
Batman.
Dying in the moonlight.
That's right.
Have you ever danced in the devil with a pale moon?
Yes.
Knowing J-Rob, yes, he probably has.
I've danced naked in the pale moonlight. Does that count? That's kind of like the devil.
All right, HG, you interrupted,
It's,
so there you go.
Let's see, yeah, that pointer is stupid, but it's definitely going to reach to where he is. Didn't want to move once it was over top of the horses. I'm going to shoot fire at him
Timmons
through
doesn't give a
the,
shit about his
through the
mule.
periscope.
Okay, you shoot
Yeah,
some
fuck them
fire
mules.
at him through the periscope. Hiding behind the, hiding behind the dead horses. Timmons, as you're running across the prairie looking over your shoulder, you see fires shoot up out of the ground from where the dead horses were laying. Your other horses are freaking out, pulling at their tethers, trying to break loose.
Don't get that fire too close to Jeb. He had bees. It backfire. Uh-oh.
Well, you hit it, and you see this thing catch on fire for a second, and then it just disappears into the darkness and the fire up in smoke. Timmons, you had a no, let's see, you did not have a hold action. It was Little Beaver, you had a held action, or you were on hold.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do. I'm gonna stay on hold.
Alright. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to play this thing out because it's taking too damn long. But, so we're going to DM fast forward here for a minute.
He
Timmons,
kills us all. We come back as Harrowed.
you are the last one standing. This dog eventually rips you guys all to hell. Kills all the horses. And Timmons, you hear this breathing on the back of your neck, and you turn as this thing takes you to the ground. And you have all died out on the prairie. Thanks for playing. That was fun, wasn't it?
I want to play a Smurf.
Choo choo, motherfucker!
Can we play Smurfville? I want to play.
Yeah,
Grumpy
maybe Farmville. Maybe Farmville. So, you know.
Paloma,
Yeah, what's up?
as everything turned gray and you knew your last dying moments, and I've got to kill that battle music. But-
Must have lost clean feed.
Then I just now turned it off. Oh, you mean you'd lost it before that?
No, I didn't hear it. It must not have been playing. It was on 100 too.
Let's see. Shows me ready.
Sorry, I've got nothing.
You've been
going.
blasting it in your own damn ears.
Nothing's coming through clean feed.
Well, let's try this now. I have.
Thought it was just me.
Can you guys hear that?
No.
Nope.
What the
Okay,
total
reloaded.
fuck?
That's what you get for killing us.
I got it. I reloaded.
Oh, I got
Connected.
something now.
There you
Yeah, I got something.
I don't know what that was.
Well, now that the battle's over. But Paloma, you blink your eyes, and then reality comes back, and you look down where this thing has ripped your guts out, and you notice that, I mean, you're sore, but maybe it's not as bad as you thought it was. And you kind of roll over, and you push
So
yourself up, and you look around, and you can see the other members of your posse, and even H.G. Willikers has been dug up out of the ground like a dog digs up a mole, and he's been flung over here. And you start moving
Alright.
among the party, and yeah, there's a couple of scratches on some of them. The horses are definitely dead. But you guys each slowly start to open your eyes, and you're still on the prairie.
DM,
Yes, ma'am.
this is when Paloma is gonna start screaming. Just and she is going on and screaming both in English and Lakota about how she's never going to drink firewater ever again. Like, she is freaking out.
You guys, you all kind of hear this terrible, terrible sound, and you open your eyes, realizing that it's a woman. She's screaming, and then the reality of the situation sets back in on you, and you're like, fuck, I was just killed. And you look down, and your wounds don't seem to be nearly as bad as you thought they were as you were taking your dying breath.
Does this mean we're in heaven?
You look around, you stand up, you look over where the horses are. There's no horses standing. You guys eventually walk back over there, and I'm going to get rid of Dogman because he's not here anymore. And you guys are like, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Anybody who is, let's see. I've got too many windows open. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We've been going an hour and a half. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, get a refreshment, and get rid of some old refreshments maybe. And come back here in about 10 minutes, guys, and we'll get rolling right into this thing. So stick around. Appreciate you guys out there on the stream. Yeah, Microsoft's alligator gets ripped out. We'll be right back.
view it as a. So
All right, we're back.
with the outsider thing.
So I can, yes.
Yeah, so you guys can, everybody can speak English. Paloma and Little Beaver probably have a little more difficult time communicating. But
Well,
probably no harder than Timmons.
if not, I'd totally fuck this character up by even speaking.
You give me some of that fire water, and I speak.
So, since this was a dream, do we actually take the wounds and the
You guys don't. You
reduction
guys
of
don't know that. Okay, so let's bring the stream up to date, up to the moment here, because we've been talking on break. We all came back, started talking. Actually, I don't know if anybody took a break. So, Paloma, you wake up first, and you stand up, and you can't really. You're like, what in the hell? But looking up at the sky, you were either not unconscious for very long or something, but the moon hasn't moved at all. So you don't know how long time has passed, but it can't be that long because the moon hasn't moved. You look around for everybody, but you can't find Timmons. And so you kind of start circling outwards around the camp, the direction that you guys last saw him running off. And you find him out there, and he's got a little bit of blood on his jacket, but he doesn't really look that bad. And you all are now sitting around the fire discussing.
He did shit himself, though, just to be clear. Sleeping or not, he shit himself.
Did he shit himself?
Absolutely.
But your horses are definitely.
You can smell it.
Dead. There's a couple of them dead. The last thing that you guys saw of the horses were two of them took off running to the west, like the direction you were going. And I don't know, Genthro, you and Jeb both had really good occult rolls, and because you kind of figured out what was going on, it's up to you whether you choose to let the rest of the party know what you suspect is happening or not. I don't know if he's there. He may still be AFK.
No, I came back. At this point in time, no, because it's just speculation.
You are a Texas Ranger, and
no, I'm
potatoes.
I'm not a Texas Ranger.
Oh, I thought you were.
I'm from the agency.
Oh, okay. You spent much time outside, or just primarily in the cities and stuff?
Outside. The agency is the northern half of the Texas Rangers. They work hand in hand a lot of the times together.
Right. Everybody can give me a notice roll.
What about wounds, since that comes into effect?
You're not hurt nearly as bad as you thought you were. You got some nicks and stuff on you. Maybe you cut yourself
Am I
shaving.
still at -3?
Yeah,
No.
But do we actually have any wounds?
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Thanks, fam. Okay, that's 5 then.
No wounds.
All right, what about the reduction to the strength die due to the injury? Good.
You feel you feel just kind of fit as you always did, but you're sore as hell.
Shit.
You're not sure what's going on.
I might be sore, but my eyes are sharp as hell.
Yeah. As you're sitting around talking, you guys are trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Genthro, you're sitting there awful quiet. You discuss the fact that you saw a couple of the horses running off to the west. The other horses are laying over here dead. And 30 minutes goes by. And Jeb, you're the first one to notice, but the moon doesn't seem to have moved at all. The night sky is not passing. It is not moving.
Like time's frozen? Or it's just hasn't moved from last time we looked up?
You've been sitting here a half an hour now, and one of the topics of discussion was how long were we here, what's going on. And you finally stop and you look back up at the moon and you're like, I don't think it's moving.
I don't think we were unconscious, but maybe 5-10 seconds. This is very weird and creepy.
Does Timmons come wandering back?
He did.
No, you guys find Timmons, wake him up. He's like, hey, what's going on out here?
We
I shoot
dead.
again.
We gone to heaven.
Just shoot again and pow!
We dead, Timmons. We
Did
gone
he
to
stand
heaven.
off?
No, he killed us. Sent us to heaven.
I know. He ate my liver before I died. I seen it. Oh, I sent myself too. I think he ate some of that too.
Oh, God.
Little Beaver takes a couple paces back away from the smelly white man.
You guys are still all.
I gotta change the clothes on Jack and Jim.
Jack and Jim,
Where you going?
they're gone.
Was there evidence that they ran off or that they were killed or dragged off?
The other horses, the horses are dead, all laying over here. The two mules, being stronger than the horses, broke free quick, and a couple of you guys, last thing you saw was those two mules running off to the west.
Does
They
somebody
got
have
you.
a canteen or something? I gotta wash some of this off.
Yes, Ploma.
While even though everybody's just like kind of moving on, Paloma's still very upset, and she's also just throwing every random thing that she has near her at HG Liquors. She's not feeling very settled, so he can't calmly be able to sit there and smoke a cigar and drink from his flask. Nope, he has his evil thing in his hand, and she's just pelting him with everything.
He's coping. Yeah,
Little Beaver will attempt to speak to her in Lakota and calm her down just a little bit.
Let's see, who was the second? And then Paloma and HG. Paloma starts throwing stuff at you, HG, and she's gibbering something, jibber jabber. You're not understanding what she's saying because it's all in Lakota. And but you guys both notice off to the west this light, just a single light.
It's a train coming.
Could be. You know,
I don't hear
somewhere ahead of you, you know that they blew the tracks up, but you just hadn't got that far yet.
Are they singing? Do we hear Cat Town Lady sing that song?
Camptown lady smoked a bong, doo-dah.
Little Beaver pulls out his knife and looks over at Timmons.
Why do you get your knife out? You gonna help me scrape some of this off? Help me scrape some of this off.
Damn, can you turn me right side up? I'm sideways.
Yes, I'm sorry, you were dead.
Oh, the cricket tokens.
Little Beaver just takes
Wow, if you can't tell what side's up, you can't even make it out what it is.
takes the knife up to his throat and mimics slicing his throat at Timmons and points at him.
Timmons is
I've already said it once today. You can't even say it again. What are you doing?
Be quiet.
That's really impossible. I hope you hate to say.
all right. Who
It's
spent
a flaw,
chips?
man.
Who spent
It's
chips?
a flaw.
I
Timmons
spent-
did.
I did.
But Genthro pulled a joker, so we got extra chips.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that everybody's gets their chips back they spent too.
I want some chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa?
It's so nice to say salsa. Salsa.
You got 4 chips, Beaver. Beaver. Jeb, how many
I love
fake chips? You spent some white ones, didn't you?
I spent one.
I love beaver.
Big
Who doesn't
brown
love
beaver.
Paloma, I think she spent a red chip, didn't she?
She spent a yeah.
Yeah.
She
'cause
spent
it
about how
was-
many chips did you spend?
One, I think.
You had at least 3.
No, I had only 2 red chips. And I spent 2 white chips. Yeah, I spent white chips earlier. Thanks. You're
Alright.
a darling.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
I spent a white chip too.
Did you? Okay.
At least one. When I re-rolled my damage, that got Snake Eyes.
Timmons soaked with a white chip.
Okay.
I went from bad to worse with that roll.
Hey, Brad, are you still out in the stream?
He was.
Bradley Carl. I went to high school with him.
Yeah, I would like to point out that Steven JS95 is correct. That that was a TPK, but I kind of cheated to get it. I've never had a TPK before. But
That was a VTPK.
Yeah, VTPK. Now but he says over here in chat there still might be a TPK, but party induced, party imposed. Yes, there might be. As you guys see a light off in the west, the direction the mules ran off.
The Indians listening. He's got a knife to my throat.
Silence! I kill you!
Well, with Paloma being all freaked out,
Well, you didn't,
Little
you
Beavers.
didn't tell me what you're doing to calm me down.
well,
He's
Are
threatening
you
Timmons.
bleeding?
It probably helped.
She's gonna kick Little
Doesn't
Beaver
making
behind the
Timmons
knee
quiet help everything?
and then point at H.G. Willikers. I'm just gonna point at him and his flask, and she's like pointing at it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, who's calling me? Hold on.
Point it out and
Blue
Second
slip
guy.
Fix
sink
it if you
ships. The
want.
saying goes, "This hero's mouth could drown out an armada." Black mouth can't keep a secret very well. That's a flaw.
no more
Hey,
fire
that's
water.
A hindrance. I got a hindrance. I just called a flaw because of hindrance. I can't say very well.
I guess we are done with this map.
I like that map. I found it on the fly for you.
Yes, that was great. Yes, thank you. Let's see, what was I looking for? Oh,
Thank you, whoever posted this map on Google.
Yeah, did I forget to show you guys it? Just wanted to make sure you
No,
guys
you
saw
showed
that.
No.
to
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
we saw
I'm
that.
Yeah, did,
Not
okay.
stupid.
Remember I said they were cuddling? They were cuddling.
I'm kidding.
Wait,
I'm
what?
kidding you guys.
What the hell did I just miss?
My
I
whole
took my headphones off your
my whole
phone call.
purpose was to rub the whole dead horses thing in Bunny's face, and she just didn't go for it. She just didn't get upset at all. I thought,
She saw through your ploy.
yeah.
Well, I
But
was mostly frustrated because y'all keep talking over me, and I ain't, the kind of person that likes talking over other people. But if you think I'm a punk ass bitch, you have nothing coming. Okay, but anyway, so about the horses again?
Oh.
I-
Don't
actually,
say nothing, guys. She gonna kick your ass. Don't say a
bef-
fucking
Was
word.
that an English?
before
I'm confused.
We love you, Bunny.
Little Beaver would be speaking in Lakota to Paloma at this point, trying to calm her down because there's some weird shit going on, and he doesn't trust any of you fucks. So whatever he's saying is going to be in Lakota, not English.
Not English. Well, the one thing you can trust about Timmons, don't trust me. That's one thing you can trust.
For all you know, he might think that you talking too loud is what brought this dog man out. Who knows?
Exactly. It came out of my ass because I fought it too. Man.
You didn't. You sharted, man.
So I did all kinds of stuff. That thing would chase me for like 3 miles. I almost made it back to the train. And then it ate my liver.
He hates your guts and livers.
Said, I like this with some fava beans.
You guys need to watch Lonesome Dove, the very first one, the 4-part miniseries. Yeah, just to get in the mood, just get in the spirit.
So, does somebody want to help me go find my? I ain't going out there by myself because I don't know what the hell all this was.
They're probably already dead, Timmons.
So for clarification, the animals are missing?
Yes, and there's a light in the direction that they headed off to.
Well,
Yeah,
you've got what, 4 dead horses and 2 mules that went missing.
Okay, so we have 4 dead horses and a mule that I don't care about missing. Is that what
2
you said?
mules missing.
Wait
Okay,
a minute.
Well,
I
good
thought
luck, Timmons.
we had 2 dead horses and 2 missing horses.
Nope. When you came back to, all the horses
Okay.
were dead and the 2 mules were missing, and you guys saw them run because they broke free right away. I mean, being strong like mules, they just pulled up their,
Strong like
and
mule.
got the fuck out of Dodge.
Strong like mule. What about you, Jed? I am strong like a mule too. Let's go.
That's right.
Can
So,
I use my chip to bring back my horse, please?
nope, horse
Oh
dead.
my gosh.
No, but there's a light. It might be a town. It's not a train because the light ain't getting any closer. And you see
Go find your own fucking mule, Timmons.
little Beaver put his ear to the ground. No train.
Is it the sun coming up? What is that? I can't tell.
It looks like a lantern or something. Light. Could be a candle for all you
Is
know.
it like
Does it seem like
Is
it's
it like-
moving?
No,
wiggling like it's on a horse or?
no, it's just stationary.
Oh, it's not
maybe
coming
a camp?
closer.
Like maybe a camp or something?
Could be camp.
Is it like blue or green or orange or?
No, it looks like a lamp or a lantern.
So it's a little orangey. What do you guys think?
Yellowish orange.
You want to go over there?
Well, it can't be any worse than this field.
I don't think it's that damn dog. He ain't got no damn fire.
How do you know?
Cause he would have burnt my ass with it too. He took his time.
Where's this light? Directly west of where we are.
Yeah, it's due west of where you guys are. So it's the same direction that the mules were in. Same direction you were headed when you stopped to make camp. Whoa.
But we didn't see this light before now.
Nope.
As he passes by Paloma, hopefully she's calmed down at this point. I was actually trying to talk in chat in the language. He's going to say to her in Lakota, I check out light. And he's going to make his ass.
I'd say with that roll, you're practically invisible.
Yeah, by the time he hits the edge of the light, he just disappears into the tall grass on a prairie.
Later, Stephen JS 95.
So I could go a total of 12.
Thanks, Stephen JS. Come back next
that right?
Thursday. We'll be
I think
right
the
here.
running is more of a thing.
Appreciate
for
it. Have a good
in
evening.
Combat.
Thank you very much.
I'm just saying. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to check it.
So you start heading off in that direction, Little Beaver. And you go 1,000 feet, maybe a quarter mile, quickly moving through the grass, trying to be quiet, listening. Takes you about 5 minutes. So's the Lord. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And you take off and right up at a corner, and as you get closer, you're like, maybe those are structures you see. They might be buildings. Looks like white men buildings.
White men from towns.
Yep, looks like a
Yeah,
town.
because Lakota buildings look way different.
Yeah, they're made with hide.
They call teepees.
DM, as soon as I get close enough to be sure of this, I'm going to backtrack back to where the campsite is.
So you come crawling back into the campsite. You don't hear anything. You don't hear any growling the whole time you're out there. No sign of that dog man.
All right.
Do we see him come back?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You might need to give me a notice roll, Timmons.
I mean, did I even notice he left? That's a real question.
Yeah, you probably been talking the whole time.
Nope.
I probably noticed that he
Nope,
left. I
nope.
didn't see him leave.
Nope, not
Where'd that
compared
guy
to-
with the knife? Where's he at? I don't see him around here nowhere.
Might be making you nervous, as a matter of fact.
Hey, where's that engine with the bow?
Did you just say that word?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god. Little Beaver's going to return, and he will speak directly to in Lakota, telling her about White Man Town. This seems like they're trying to kill us.
She's going to she's going to look around with a suspicious glance on her face, and she's going to rub her chin. And she's going to nod. Oh, and do I have any fatigue, by the way, DM? I mean, Marshall?
No. Do you have fatigue
Okay.
on you? And you also have dead on you. You are no longer dead.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay, not
Been
dead.
I
reincarnated.
wish I was dead. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Just kidding.
We can remedy that.
I don't want to hear that from you, okay? Learn to hit something first. I'm sorry.
That was me. That was
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
mean.
that was kind of below the belt, man.
I'm sorry. She's going to kind
I
of
missed-
grimace. Oh, and do I have my PowerPoints back? I feel like I'd be
Yep.
able to sense how much power I have.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think Little Beaver's holding his action either.
She's going to carefully move with Little Beaver, but she's keeping her her Bowie knife in her hand the whole time.
Okay.
Is it a knife out we got? Timmons tried his knife and North got one out.
Yeah, Jeb's gonna smack Timmons upside his head and say, "Put that."
What do you want me to put this?
Put it back where it was. Put it up.
Oh. I had it eat.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I think we're heading west towards the lights.
Not towards the lights, really? Serious?
Yeah, and Timmons is going to look for mule tracks.
You got a tracking skill?
I know what Jim's poop looks like. If he took a shit, I could find it in a heartbeat. Tracking.
Probably be survival.
Yeah, it'd be survival.
Oh, I do have survival.
Yeah, give me that roll. Yeah, you can find some mule sign. Like right here is where they got the shit scared out of them. Then right here,
Yeah, look at that.
big puddle.
You know, that's the oats I fed in yesterday. Look, right there in that poop leaf.
Yep, that tastes like my whole shit.
Dear God.
Don't step in it. Come around. Are they still heading in the westerly direction?
Yep, same direction you're going towards this town.
Sounds like a good plan.
By
Let's
the-
follow the horse print.
By the
Maybe
way,
the horses know where the mules know.
Did Little Beaver share that information there was a town that way with everybody else?
No.
Nope.
I'm
I
not-
spoke it in Lakota.
Yeah.
It's like, I know, city. White man city.
I'm gonna
I didn't
avoid.
understand.
I'm gonna avoid doing that shit. Just cause I'll just say when I'm speaking in that language.
Yeah, because there's no good like accent for
Fuck.
American.
Willikers. So he, HG, you know, doing the responsible thing, spent some time putting the fire out before you guys begin to amble off into the western night sky. Or do you? Because, yeah, I got confused on that. Are you guys walking or not? Because I don't think Little Beaver told you guys anything about a town.
No, we're just heading towards the light.
I'm following.
Okay.
It can't be
Same.
Middle of the-
or anything.
can't be any worse than the middle of nowhere. That is disgusting, Timmons.
Especially because he got a shitty finger now, where he shit himself.
You sure that's not the mule shit he's smelling on his finger?
No, he shit his pants. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
So
Stinky finger. Stinky finger.
it's kind of hard to wash shit off in the middle of nowhere.
He just wipes it on a cactus.
Oh!
Watch out, there's
Uh,
a cactus right there. Don't step on it.
At this point, Little Beaver is just hanging back with his knife out, kind of squatted down, waiting to see what Paloma's gonna.
She's coming along. she's just keeping an eye out. Would I be able to use my tribal medicine to see if she recalls any lore about this potential phenomena that occurred, DM? I mean, Marshall. I'll start saying it right.
What? Did she? The phenomenon? You could give me an occult roll, or do you have something similar in your
I mean, it's my
spiritual-
spell. It's my spellcasting roll. Tribal
okay.
medicine is my spell.
Oh, tribal medicine.
Yeah.
This definitely didn't have anything
It's just
to do with
it's just called that. It doesn't say that it actually does. It says it's arcane skill for shamans. I think they just named it
Yeah.
wrong. Instead of naming it shamanism, they just named it
medicine. Okay, that's cool.
tribal
Give me
medicine.
that roll then.
Ja.
You might be in the spirit world.
She's gonna like yank on Little Beaver's arm to like the point where he might almost like tip over, and she's going to say like, I think we are dead. These white people have taken us to the spirit realm.
Well, being a shaman, you would be, you know, probably familiar with, have heard tales of Harold before. Jethro,
Yeah.
because of your background, Jeb, because of yours, H.G. Williker, everybody give me a, just a smarts roll.
I feel bullied.
Oh, what?
Smarts.
We don't have that here.
Paloma, you pretty much think that you're in the spirit world. Timmons, you don't know what the fuck. You don't know what the, somebody put some
Hey,
peyote
hey,
in your shit
hey.
or something.
Crunchy
Hey,
soy patty.
Law dog, smarts don't go around here.
Law dog. Smarts don't go around here, law dog.
Look at we had 3 natural ones in that roll.
Jethro,
This isn't the smartest posse.
you and Jeb share a look where you're like, it's a look of familiarity, not a Brokeback Mountain kind of familiarity. But Jethro and Jeb kind of look at each other. Paloma tells Little Beaver that, you know, that she thinks you might be dead, and Little Beaver, you're just going along with it.
Little
Timmons,
Beaver's eyes are really wide, and he's like looking around.
Timmons is just talking. He talks just as much dead as he does alive.
Note to self: learn the silent spell.
But the important thing
Well,
is,
you guys got him all out front, and you're like behind, so he's like talking to himself out there. You got coming?
well, you cannot right-click on a portrait and whisper to somebody.
No, you have to actually type it out.
Well, looks like it's copy and paste time for me.
So how do you type with somebody with a space in their name?
Just a space. And it's not cap sensitive, you just have to have all the characters there.
I know in Fantasy Grounds, there's some way you can actually get their name to come up by just typing a letter. I forget how to do it, though.
That I don't know.
I'll just send my whispers to all of you in Discord.
There you go.
That's easy.
Yeah, I feel fine. Everything's fine.
All right. So as you guys start moving west, are you guys moving west or not? Is that the direction you're going?
Towards the
Timmons
light.
is moving in the direction that the mule is.
Okay.
That's the only thing
Right.
I'm looking for.
Now, I do have a question for you, Marb.
Mm-hmm.
When we originally made camp, we didn't see this light to the west of us, did we?
Give me a notice roll.
A retroactive notice roll.
Yeah.
I like it.
You
I want a
didn't
Benny that.
notice. You didn't notice it.
I want to Benny that.
Yep.
That's better.
Yep. But it seemed like it was a lot further off than it was tonight. It's like a little tiny light on the horizon when you first made camp, but it just seems closer now.
Something's weird about that light. We should be careful, folks.
As you get closer, and I'm going to share a map with you. Probably put let's put a group token out here. Do I have a group token? Do I have a group token? No.
I vote Schmoopa.
I don't have a Shmupa token. So I will use this group
Use
token.
Krog.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now you do.
Dude, I know you're hot for Shmoopa, but he doesn't really fit with the
I know.
Western
know.
motif we have going.
I just like using the Schmoopa token as a group marker.
So you guys come into the edge of town, and this map is not aligned correctly. It should be east-west. The light you've been seeing is coming from a side window in this first building. And as you draw closer, I need to do some Windows management real quick.
So that's north.
North would be to the left.
Okay.
and you're moving west.
Oh, I see the token now. Okay, I got it. It's right there.
And it goes a little bit beyond where you're at there, but with the full moon, you can kind of see down through town. You can at least see those houses there, buildings. And this first place on the left, you see a sign on the front of it that says the Dirty Dog Saloon. And there is a light coming out of this window on the end of the building. And there doesn't appear to be another light on in the town anywhere.
Well, I mean, it is supposed to be late, right? About 10 o'clock when we started that combat.
Well,
Oh, upon entering the town, and I'm gonna check the moon again to see if it's moved.
no.
Okay.
Something weird is
Oh, did my mules go in the tavern? Timmons is gonna go towards the tavern.
Oh, that's cool,
So
Brad.
Itchy
That's
heads
cool.
straight that way.
Maybe
Jeb?
somebody see my mules.
Jeb's going to walk up to the closest window and take a peek in.
Well, you could walk up to the window right here where the light's coming out.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. But there's not separate tokens. There's just two tokens.
Okay, so you
Some
walk
people
over
go
there.
inside.
From where you're at here, give me a notice roll, Jeb.
Nailed it, ace. It can't be stopped.
Yeah, no problem. You get right over next to this building, and you smell the unmistakable stench of putrid, rotting flesh of some kind. There's a carcass somewhere around. But you look in the window, and there's a couple of lamps lit inside. It's a tavern, naturally, from the sign on the front of the building. It says Dirty Dog Saloon. And you guys do see right here on the edge of town, a sign that says "Welcome to Perdition, Kansas." And you
Wait,
see two. Yes.
That town name sounds very familiar.
You see two people sitting inside here. Looks like they're in this northwest. Actually, be northeast corner. Right inside, right there, and looks like they're huddled around a wood stove, of which the stovepipe comes out of the side of the building right here beside you. Right there. And it is still snowing. Maybe a
Did you
half
say
an inch.
snowing?
Yes, it's snowing, and there's probably, I mean, walking through the prairie along the road, you didn't notice it much, but here in town where the grass is cropped a little bit closer and stuff, you can see the snow starting to build up on the grass. It's coming down in big, thick flakes.
Now, I mean, I know it's November, but is snow common for this part of Kansas?
Absolutely. We had snow here, and we're, as far as we're probably 100 miles south of where you're at right here. Of course,
We had snow in 1978.
so yeah, there's this is not unheard of at all, and the wind is blowing like crazy, man. It's Kansas, after all. Wind's always blowing.
Or get in and out of the cold.
What's that, HG? You were very
So I was
quiet.
heading, I was heading straight for the door.
Yeah.
Yep. Saloon.
He like
Jeb-
passes up Timmons.
Jeb's gonna try to intercept him, tell him, be careful. I smell a corpse, and the inside just doesn't sit right with him. And then I'll follow him in.
He's here the wind
it's a
in 10
tavern.
directions, and that's coming from me.
I'm
There's
gonna
always
follow him in.
dying in a good bar.
I'll stand at the stoop and kind of let everyone go in.
I'm looking
Hey,
for.
I'll be a doorman, but I want to look in.
Is there a horse trough nearby?
There is.
Are there 2 mules at it?
Nope.
It's too cold to do what you want to do, Finn.
No, I don't care. Jeb's going to tell Timmons to go take a bath in the horse trough.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to muck up all the water.
Well, it's either that or wash yourself with the snow.
I was thinking about making a snowball seashell and scraping some of this off, but I gotta warm up my hands first. They got
is
some
that-
kind of fire going in there. I can smell it.
You sure that's not your ass you're smelling?
No, that don't smell like smoke.
Yes, so you guys walk on inside this place, and it is a. So you guys walk into this tavern. The door is right here, by the way. The saloon. And you see a couple of guys sitting in the corner over here drinking. Kind of talking. Hushed tones.
Is this place as raggedy, rundown as the map makes it look?
It just so happens that I've got a picture of the dirty dog.
So yeah, that's a pretty apt.
I see
Wow.
black mold.
Yeah, you guys, you can tell at one time this was a pretty nice. Now the floor's probably not in that bad a shape, but at one time this was probably a pretty nice little saloon. But right now it's it's seen better days. You can definitely tell it's seen better days.
I like what they did with the ceiling. I like that tin. That's pretty nice. I don't know what's going on, but do they got some ale? What they got over there?
Well, you see this
There's
guy
no
stand
bartender?
Gus 80. I can't believe it named him Gus 80. His name's fucking Gus. Guy stands up. He goes, "Hello, gentlemen. What can I do for you?"
Hello. Well, we were hoping we could get out of the snow and share your fire. Perhaps a glass of beer or something.
Whiskey's all around.
Oh. Well, sure. I'd be obliged. Or I'd be obliged for the business. I appreciate it. And this guy comes over here. This guy's got a badge. He's got a star on his jacket.
You the sheriff of this town?
He looks at you and he goes, "Are you showing him your badge or not? You still wearing your badge?"
I'm still wearing it, but it's tucked under my
Under your
vest.
coat.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, "Deputy Doolittle." Thanks.
Sorry. The name just really caught me off guard for some reason.
So you laugh at the guy? He
No,
kinda-
that was definitely out of character.
Okay.
Jeb will extend a hand and introduce himself.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Exman. What brings you to Perdition?
Well, we were escorting a train that was heading. Where were we heading? Kansas City, I think.
No, you'd made it to Kansas City. You were heading on to
Okay, that's
Denver. But
Yeah, we were
but there
heading on
somebody
to
blown the
Denver.
tracks up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were heading to Denver on the train, and we stopped because there was some sort of
Yep, they're screwed, Scamus.
damage to the tracks or something. So we were sent on ahead to make sure that the trail was clear.
He says, yep. Rail wars. This is the third time this year they've blown those tracks up. Yeah.
Hmm?
Where y'all headed on a cold night like this?
Well, we made camp a little east of here, and let's just say we ran into some trouble, and we were forced to seek shelter elsewhere.
You didn't bring trouble with you, did you? Lord
I
knows
certainly
I don't
hope
like
not.
trouble.
I certainly hope not.
You got any whiskey back there?
Yeah. Well, night like tonight, old Gus pours you. He puts a bunch of shot glasses up there and he fills them all up. This first one's on the house.
Well, thank you very much.
Jeb will tip his hat to Gus and pick up his shot glass and take a sip.
Nothing worse can happen than tonight, that's for sure.
Yep. Here's a drink with you. Sorry, there's no
Mention-
hotel. Don't have no rooms.
It seemed pretty quiet in his town.
Well, it is like midnight or so, probably.
We didn't see no lights on. My watch seemed to quit working. What time you got?
Oh, I don't know. It's late. And Deputy Doolittle goes, yeah, it's late.
The elevator don't go to no flow.
Elevator. What's an elevator?
It's in them fancy hotels. Thing that takes you to flow.
I'm not even sure if elevators really existed this era.
I think elevators were invented in the late 1800s. And this yeah, probably not. Probably like 1870 or something is when this is.
1878. Catching up on.
So yeah, now you know where elevators were. The Timmins Elevator Company got founded right here in Captain Doolittle's house.
Deputy Doolittle.
Oh, he gonna get promoted eventually.
Oh, Hank Doolittle kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and you can tell he's, he knows you're talking about him.
Don't mind my friend. He's kind of simple,
Yeah, I know the type. We know that type, don't we, Gus? Yeah, we know that type.
Okay. As nonchalantly as I can, I'm going to kind of give both of them a once-over, see if I notice anything out of the ordinary, and not with a roll like that. So
Yeah.
let's re-roll.
Poke yourself in the eye with your hat. Oh shit!
Let's try that again. That's better.
No, not really.
Nothing out of the
Just seem
ordinary.
like a couple of small town guys. Oh, Gus, he looks like he's probably, he could probably handle his own in a fight. He's a pretty good sized fella. And then, of course, nobody is a lawman in the West that doesn't know how to handle a gun.
Right.
But they just seem to be pretty passive guys, just enjoying a conversation.
So they at least don't look harrowed. So, fellas, I couldn't help but notice when we came in that there's a smell of death and decay coming from somewhere. You know anything about that?
They look at each other, kind of a puzzled look on their face, and they're like, I've not smelled it. Gus says, I've smelled enough death and decay in my day, I'd know it. I don't really smell it. All of the rest of you guys, as you were coming through the front door, would have all smelled this,
I beg to differ.
Where does it? Are we able to pinpoint where it's coming from, or like the general area it's coming from?
Well, once you walked past the front door and came in the building, it's still in here. It's a little bit faint, but you could really smell it, outside the front door.
What does the front of the building look like? Is it just like a flat house?
Yeah, just flat, old West town.
Is there a cellar or
There's a front porch. I'm sorry, there's a front porch in the building.
oh,
Yeah, covered front porch. So like over here on the map of town, everything from, about there to the left is like front porch, covered front porch. As the wind howls outside.
So, how many people live in this town?
Deputy looks up at Gus and goes, I don't know. There might be 50 of us now. We're really growing, I believe. And Gus says, yeah, we're growing. Getting bigger.
What do y'all do? What, is it a man of town, or do you guys, what's your devil dogs or something?
Devil dogs? What do you mean, devil dogs?
You ain't seen it?
Timmons, shut your mouth. Timmons, shut your mouth.
They just kind of look at each other. They both look real puzzled about this. And he says, well, most of us around here just do a little farming. We was kind of hoping the railroad would come through here, but it missed us by, a couple miles. I don't know why they didn't bring it up next to the town here. Kind of sad. And Gus says, yep, kind of sad. Yes, 1878. 1878.
Would Jeb be familiar with this town at all?
You've heard of Perdition, Kansas. Yeah.
And would I know anything of note about it?
No. Not that you
Just a
think
small podunk town? Just a small
you know
podunk
what?
town?
Give me a, let's see, what could it be? Just give me a general smarts roll. Common knowledge, if you got common knowledge.
Well, I'd rather do smarts.
Yeah, just to give me a smarts roll. Yeah, you've never heard anything strange about Perdition. It's just a little one-time cattle town that has been around here for about 50 or 60 years.
You boys got anything to eat around here?
Well, sorry, I really don't have nothing. This late, I was about to close up before too awful long. Let me see if I can scrounge around something in the back. And Gus kind of heads back in here in this little cubby hole. Deputy Hank gets up and kind of moves around to the corner of the bar this way.
Alright. Jeb is basically going to cast his hunch spell. He pulls out his deck, he shuffles it a couple times, and pulls out 5 cards and begins to study them. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some sort of insight into the past of this particular place.
Okay.
I think I need a skill
It's a
spell casting.
hunt. Well, your hunch isn't hitting on anything strong. They're just, other than this whole thing is wrong. This whole situation you're in is wrong. But as far as a hunch about the town, no.
There's nothing that like really stands out with
Nope.
this saloon's past, like no grisly murder or
No, nothing like that. You've been familiar with this place for at least 15 years, 20 years or so. At least you knew where it was. But you've heard nothing in the news of ill tidings out of Perdition.
yeah. Timmons, I think he stopped the fart thing, or did he not fix it again?
Oh, I wasn't trying to get the sounds to go off. I would
No,
just.
I got to trigger them manually. It doesn't work in Savage Worlds. Matter of fact,
okay.
it jacks up. Remember, the dice won't explode if
Right,
you're running
right,
the
right.
deluxe Oz stuff. Wind howls. Wind howling. You guys play Witcher 3? Winds howling. Oh, so you're a sporting man, are you? Mr. Hexman.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the deck of cards.
I gamble from time to time.
Never
It's
was
kind of a
much.
hobby.
Never was much of a gambler myself. I'd rather keep the dollars I earn in my pocket, and Lord knows they're too few and far between these days. Yeah.
So Genthro's gonna head outside and he's gonna try to pinpoint where that smell is coming from.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little
Let's see.
investigation.
He's
All
like
right.
sniffing on the porch.
So,
Yep.
Genthro, you step outside and give me a notice roll just to. Yeah, not a problem. As soon as you step outside, the smell gets real strong again. You take a few feet of walk away from the building, 10, 15 feet. It's more fresh air over here. You move to the north, you move to the south, you move all around, and something right around this front door, something around this building just stinks of death.
Is there space enough for me to crawl underneath it?
Yeah,
Underneath the porch?
there's a porch. Yeah, you can crawl into the porch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lantern or something and crawl underneath there to try to find it. Find out what's going on.
Genthro's gonna die.
Maybe.
So you get a lantern. You guys see Genthro walks over and he takes a lantern off one of these tables and lights it up, heads out the front door. And Deputy Doolittle looks at you, Jeb, and he goes, "Your friends over there, kind of standoffish and quiet, ain't they? Where's did I miss somebody here? Where's WG or HG at?"
He just went to the northwest.
Oh, there he is. He's over at the stove getting warm. So, Genthro, I'm just going to move you over there to show that you're outside. You crawl up underneath the porch of this building, and the smell gets even stronger as soon as you and you get back beyond where the porch is and where the foundation of the building is, and there's a little cubby hole there. And you start crawling towards that cubby hole, and you got that lantern, you shine it, and you can see some kind of a mound or something back in there. and the smell is getting stronger and stronger. And the closer you crawl, you find the body of a girl, probably pretty at one time, underneath this building.
Son of a bitch. Hey, I'm gonna drag the body out.
You start
Oh,
to
no.
drag and pull on this body, and it kind of starts coming apart in your hands.
All right, when it starts coming apart, I'm gonna stop pulling it. I'm gonna dig my hands in the dirt to get some of the gunk off, and then I'm gonna yep. I'm gonna head back into the town, and seeing that Willikers had a bunch of shit. Willikers, you happen to have a tarp or something?
No, not particularly.
No, not particularly. What the fuck?
He's
I got
drunk,
a
remember?
blanket.
He's drunk. No, not particularly.
I would say he
What
doesn't.
you need a
I really
top
don't-
for? I got a blanket in my backpack.
What was that?
So I don't have a whole lot of shit. I just have a very low carrying capacity.
Well, you got a blanket. How big is that blanket?
It's big enough for my fat ass.
Alright, can I have it?
Yeah.
Thanks. He'll take the blanket, and he's gonna grow back and crawl underneath and use the blanket to scoop the body out.
Now, I just want you to be that the body probably smells better than the blanket.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's Timmons' blanket.
God.
Just saying.
Pig pen.
You're like, oh, as you go out the door. Oh.
All right, Jethro, you crawl back up underneath this building, and you kind of get this girl loaded onto this blanket and start pulling it out behind you. You know, the blanket gets wetter and wetter as the body fluids soak into it. You finally get her drug out from under here, and you've got her laying in the street outside, out front of this building. And I'm not even going to have you give me a notice roll. Doesn't take long to tell that it looks like her clothes are ripped apart. Her sternum is pulled out of her chest. You can see a big hole, big cavity in her stomach. And there are claw marks all over her face and on the side of her neck.
Deja vu, huh?
She done did got Palomed.
Wait.
Yep. It's a thing.
Thing.
It's
got
definitely a thing.
Palomed. You got
Yep.
Palomed. Sounds kind of...
Going back into the tavern there. Willikers, could I borrow something very flammable?
So you get to kick him a few times to get him to respond. He grumbles and thrusts a flask up in your direction.
Taking the flask, I'm gonna go back out. Looking at Paloma and Little Beaver. Could I get some assistance, please? As he leaves.
Gus comes back out and he lays some sausages up here on the bar. Paloma and Little Beaver, Jenthro's asking for your help.
Yeah, Paloma's gonna quickly run over. She's like giving Gus and Deputy like a little bit of a side eye as she's going out the door.
Well, you see the deputy, he just gets right in these sausages over here. He moves back around the table.
Always just getting all up in those sausages. I get you.
Oh my.
Alright.
Sausages,
Oh, my.
sausages.
I'm gonna leave.
Getting all up in Jeb's sausage.
Little Beaver will leave the Sausage King to his business with Jeb.
You're horrible, J-Rob.
I know.
Always comes full circle back to Brokeback Mountain.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Yeah, so Paloma will go outside.
All right, Paloma, Little Beaver, you follow Jenthro out. You guys walk outside and you see this body of a girl. Her dress is torn, throat ripped open, stomach ripped open, her sternum's been ripped out, and she's been dead probably 10 days anyway. A week to 10 days. She's laying on a blanket. Timmons blanket, by the looks of the stains on it.
I don't think Timmons wants it back after this.
Come stains on that blade.
He wouldn't give a
You
shit.
don't wanna know.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
What I miss, I was zoned out. Sorry.
It is scamming.
When,
I totally
while they're
missed it.
while they're looking it over,
What do I need
I'm
to
gonna
roll
ask.
for the body?
I'm sorry, what are you doing with the body?
What can I roll to check it to see if any spirits are, hovering around it?
Sure. Give me that tribal medicine, that mumbo jumbo hoodoo roll. Oh fuck. Nope, you know
Damn.
she's dead. There ain't
Yes.
nothing. There's no. She's whatever life was in this woman is now off to the land of the great spirit
Beyond.
father. Yeah.
So, sorry, kind of a follow-up to Bunny's question. So the soul that was within the body has departed, left,
What
is what
body?
you're saying.
You're in here.
What-
You're
what-
in here all
seeing if
chumming up
there's any-
with sausages with the deputy.
I'm uncertain about these sausages. I'm uncertain about the Hank and the Gus guy.
We asked you for something to eat.
Okay.
I didn't.
I know
That was
sausage
Timmons.
is seasoned predates sausage.
That was Timmons. That
Thought
was
you
Timmons.
thought you liked sausage.
So,
Hold on.
but does she sense any of her nature spirits in this area at all, or no?
With that roll right there, there's some bad what would the Lakota word be for it? Some bad karma,
bad
some
juju.
juju in this town coming from the south. It's like this aura of fear hanging over the southern half of this town. The farther you look to the south, it's just, you can almost see it glowing with that roll.
Okay, she's gonna smack Genthro and Little Beaver on the arm and point in that direction.
You need
Beaver.
to tell what may have done this to her.
She's like, it may have. It probably is really. I mean, it's big. She's just like, she kind of was like, it's very, and then she does her hands in a very large, grand gesture.
That's what she said.
Listen. Now I can't go on to the line I was just about to say about it being really dark and ominous. So yeah.
That's what those sausages look like in front of Jim right now.
I think that
so-
was Timmons that ordered food, not Jeff.
Well, but the deputy is right next to you, my dude.
Genthro is opening up the flask that Willikers gave him, and he's taking a sniff. Is it alcohol? Is it does it smell like?
190 proof.
So you would have seen him throw it before. It goes boom when it opens.
I wasn't in the room when you threw it before.
Uh-oh, you opened it?
I used it against the dog thing too.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, recognizing it, but this isn't what I was. All right, he's gonna walk back in and get you to come out. Willikers, I need you. I need you to burn something. Come on.
That might wake him up.
Gus walks over here to the corner and kind of leans over. He goes, "Your friends would rather be out in the cold."
Yeah, I should probably see what they're up to.
Eat up, boy.
Barricade the door, quick! Burn them all.
Jeb will walk outside, see what's going on. Probably see the body and say, "What the fuck?"
Well, you've been in there yammering. I've been out there finding what's going on.
As you say, "What the fuck?" Deputy Doolittle turns around. He says, "What's going on around here?" And he gets off his stool, sausage in his one hand, starts to put his hand on his gun, starts to walk your direction. Tim, and you see Gus reach underneath the bar. "What are you people doing?"
Don't worry, we're just burning something. No.
"Oh, don't be burning my place. What's wrong with you? How much has that old man had to drink?"
He stays drunk.
He's
only,
a Wilkins
only like one, or hold up his hand, 4 or 7 or something. I'm good.
We call it a Willikerful at this point in time. Don't worry about it.
"You people need to keep control of your friend. What's going on out here?" And he gets to looking out the door. "What the hell?"
Do I see the deputy coming over?
Well, he's looking
With
out
that-
between Willikers and Hexman right at this body now on the ground out here.
Okay. If I see him, I'm going to casually pull out my tomahawk and just have it in hand at my side.
Okay. So you're gonna like hold an action if you needed it.
Yes.
Okay. If you needed it, I'd give you a surprise round because you're readying yourself. But the deputy doesn't seem to be. He says, "What do you got there?"
I thought you said there wasn't no dead body.
"Well, there wasn't
knew
until
I
you
smelled
brought
one.
one with you." And he
No,
looks
that-
outside. He says, "Lord of mercy. My God, that's Sally Mae."
Hey, Jethro, where'd you find that body?
Underneath the porch.
See, we didn't bring it in here. It was already here.
"My goodness, Gus, that's her. I'm
Watch your
sorry,
speed.
old buddy." "Oh my God, my Sally Mae," he says. And he walks over, he goes, "I just thought the girl got tired of me and left."
Does this happen often?
Deputy said, "Never happened until you come along. What do you know about this?"
Absolutely nothing. Judging by the, I'm assuming Jeb would know his body's been dead for at least a week, right? Since he wasn't
At least
outside.
a week.
Yeah. So, I mean, we just arrived, what, maybe an hour ago? We didn't do this.
Timmons hops down and climbs around behind the bar.
I was just trying to type a whisper to you, like, "What the hell are you doing over there?"
And while there's all this commotion going on, is there a money drawer or something back here?
Yeah, there's a little till. Little money box down here.
All right, I'm cleaning it out while they're doing all that crap.
You open it up and there's about $2.75 in here.
Perfect. Pays for my sausage.
He gave you the sausage and he gave you your whiskey.
I'm eating a piece. I'm snapping into it like freaking Slim Jim.
It's got a funky taste.
Like funky that I spit it out, or funky that it's
like it's got a lot of sage in it, maybe.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm Randy Macho Man Savage right now. I'm snapping into Slim Jim. Yeah.
Oh, yeah! Snap
And
to
then I'll
Slim
come
Jim.
back and sit back on my bar stool. Unless it gets rowdy. Wait, I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna ease back and I'm peeking around the corner. Like I'm hunched down, looking.
Well, you see Deputy Doolittle kind of steps off the porch and he kind of squats down next to her and he goes, "Land sakes, Gus, she's been torn up." He said, "Oh, my Sally Mae."
Have there been any other disappearance in town?
No, not that I know of. I just thought I got a little drunk the other night. We had an argument. She ran off down the street to her friend's house. She told her friend she's thinking about leaving me. And then
Maybe she
I
got
never heard
attacked
from
on her way home. But I don't know of anything that can do this. Do y'all?
That looks like an animal.
Good thing Timmons isn't out there.
Deputy Doolittle says
Good
that.
thing Timmons isn't out there.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I've ever seen an animal tear a human like this. Tear up a human like this.
Deputy Doolittle says not around here. We about killed all the big cats and stuff off.
A bear, maybe. You got bears around here?
Nay, ain't been a bear in these parts in a long time. You have to go on out to Colorado.
Wolves?
No, occasionally.
Too much damage. Too much damage for wolves, I think. Unless you're
What about
talking
the one
about
we saw.
Wolves wouldn't have just killed her to
Possible.
kill her. They'd have drug her off and eat her. This ain't
Depends
right.
on if it's territorial.
Wolves probably wouldn't have buried her under the porch.
Yeah.
Sounds like something a cat would do.
Now, you're sure that y'all haven't seen anything?
Or a dog.
You sure you haven't seen anything strange around here? You know, unusual canines or
Canine?
other, yeah, dogs.
Well, there's some wild dogs out there on the prairie. But they don't usually come into town.
Yeah, but do these dogs walk on two legs?
They both look at each other and then they look at you and they give you one of them looks like, boy, you got a panty on your head.
Oh, what?
Nothing, it's a line from Raising Arizona. Boy, you got a panty on your head. Anyway, they look at you and they're like, what are you talking about, son? You ought to
Nothing.
get inside and warm up a little bit. That cold will do things to the mind.
Nah, yeah, you're probably right. But
Nah, this ain't wild dogs. They'd have ate her too. They'd have ate her up good. Oh, sorry, Gus, I didn't mean that. Oh, good Lord, Hank. What are we gonna do? And Gus comes over and he sits down at the bar all forlorn and picks up a sausage and starts eating, drinking whiskey.
Oh, wow.
The body needs to be burned to prevent disease, though.
Hank says, you can't just burn that body. We got an undertaker. And he points across the street and down the... If you guys still got the city map or the town map.
A little late in the year to be digging now.
Yeah, it's a cold ground. We'd probably keep her over the winter. We'll put her up down there with Frank and Denise. Another poor couple that sad thing.
what
What happened to
them?
Frank? Yeah.
Give me just a minute here. Let's see. Oh, he goes, yeah. Sorry, I totally missed this. I thought I was past this part of the story. I don't like the way they got some of these things laid out, but it's pretty cool. He goes, well, talking about them dogs. So they can be pretty deadly, you know, but not like this. Something got at Frank Watkins and Denise Mullins not long ago, killed them both. Ripped out their throats, kind of just like this. Hell of a thing. They're still laid out down there at the Undertaker's. He points off to the west.
Let's go get the Undertaker, guys. Deputy, why don't you stay here and make sure some animals don't take the body away?
Well, you're not going to just leave old Sally Mae lay out there, are you?
I offered to burn her. You want the Undertaker to do his job. Tell me what you prefer.
Jeb goes over to the corpse and takes one corner of the blanket and kind of covers her up as much as he can.
Well, I can't really move her myself. Could y'all walk her down there?
Nope, that's the Undertaker's job.
Well,
Or yours if you prefer being the deputy.
let's move her over here to the side of the building. We'll move her in the morning. I'm sure the Undertaker's in bed by now.
Well, I think we're about to go down there and wake him up and ask him a few questions.
I'm sure
Is that
he didn't
about
have
right,
nothing.
Jethro?
Asking questions about what? How to take care of an old tore up body? My buddy in here, this is gonna tear him up.
Yeah,
I'll be
go
here.
comfort. Yeah, go comfort your friend.
He turns around and walks
Ooh,
back
you fellas
inside.
pretty ripe right now. What's that odor? Ooh. Whew.
Have a little respect there. That's what the deputy
What?
tells you. And as you say this, old Gus just
What I say? I thought I could eat some of these sausages. No, he pushes the plate towards him. Don't cry. Have some.
So you guys
Comfort also.
are you headed down to the Undertaker's? This is a good place to end this session tonight, I think.
Timmons looks around. What do you guys? I just thought it once.
I just realized Skamo said funky like it tastes like Sally Mae.
Oh God.
Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna leave it right there for the night. You guys need to go see the Undertaker, and Gus needs to be consoled here. He's having to come apart. And somebody probably ought to come and get Timmons away from him.
Timmons is gonna say something that's gonna get everyone in trouble.
Yeah, Jeb notices that Timmons is still in the bar, so he goes in there, grabs one ear between two fingers, and pulls him out.
Timmons tries to get a sausage before he's dragged out by his ear. Wait, damn.
Eat later, fatty.
All right, so
They weren't that good, anyways. They tasted funky.
This whole damn town, it feels funky.
Oh my god.
And no, I'm not talking about Funky Town.
won't you take me to Funky
Funky
Town?
Town.
So, Brad and Skamus, and we got some new follows tonight, and lots of stuff going on. I'll tell you what, sometime between, what do you guys think I should do? If we're going to give a license away, which we're going to pretty soon, do we wait until after Unity comes out and releases and give a Unity license away, or are we going to give a classic FG license away? Something to think about between now and next week. So let's raid. We're
Make
going to
them
raid.
join your Discord server and vote so that you can suck the souls out of them.
Oh, you could do that. You could come and join the Discord server,
What?
which I don't know.
Well,
if
we
I
can't let whoever wins decide which one they want and then buy it and give it to them.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, Unity or January, Bradius says. So I think Brad's already over on my server. I don't even know what the damn address is to my Discord channel. That's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Vino,
Yeah.
post a link in there if you can for me to an invite to the server. And anyway, yeah.
You don't have a like a permit for invites, do you?
Should I? I don't know. Discord's
I know
one of those
some-
things I don't spend much time with.
Well, normally when you do like a shared link, it just lasts for like an hour or something.
I've got a permanent link right here.
And the chat for this won't be long, so
There you go.
There's Skamos. Oh, he just joined Heroes Wanted a little bit ago.
Well, you can find me there too, Heroes Wanted. So, yeah, Skamus, stick around if you're into RPG, tabletop, virtual tabletop stuff. You found the right place. Plenty of people, games going on all the time. So, especially if you want to do a camera stream thing, lots of people looking for camera players, on-cam players. So, anyway, with that, we're going to raid. I see the only one streaming right now is Rob. So I'm going to raid Rob Tui. And I don't know what he's doing. What is tonight?
He's playing Star Trek.
Yeah,
We got to go in.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
I've got to go pee, so good night, folks.
All right.
See you,
Don't
man.
let yourself.
So we are rating in 765. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by the stream. Appreciate it. We'll see you next Thursday here